Hello and welcome to this week's vlog from Maddisons. Well, I'm turning to my usual format this week, looking at a roundup of what's going on in the news and affects everything property. So Rightmove have produced their latest house pricing index. They have their finger on the market like no other, actually. And interestingly, they've reported a drop in asking prices of properties coming to market. They're down 1%. But there's an enormous disparity between actual prices achieved, which shows there's still some work to go on vendor expectations in what is a very challenging market. But the highest number of transaction levels reported since this time in 2015. So that's really rectified what has been a slow start to this year and indeed a slow 2018. And interestingly, on rentals, well, that continues to be a very, very buoyant market. The number of demand from properties coming to market is 7 times higher than normal for this time of the year. So a lot more people seeking a rental property, often as we see, because they just need to break that chain. Having found it very difficult to secure a buyer, they're then getting themselves into a very, very strong position. But the most worrying statistic, I suppose, is the backlog of offers that are getting through to exchange. It's at its highest level for 5 years and is showing enormous uncertainty and fragility around offers that are agreed, as people need extra reassurance to get them over the line to exchange. Yeah, interesting to watch what happens on those regards. Well, stamp duty, of course, that's been massively in the news since we've had a change of Prime Minister back at the beginning of the month. And Boris, of course, in his pre-election campaign, said that he would cut that top rate of stamp duty from 12% in the pound to 7%. That would make a huge difference. Round here, if you bought a property at 1.5 million, which would not be unusual around here at all, your stamp duty would sit at just under £100,000. So that would make a huge difference if that stamp duty rate is cut. And of course, a bit of egg on the face for the Times this week, who reported that Sajid Javid, the housing minister, was seriously considering pushing the payment of stamp duty over to the seller and not the buyer. That's not actually what he said. He said he was exploring a range of options, so they've had to retract that statement and look a bit embarrassing. So I think personally, if they did that and pushed the stamp duty payment of the seller not being paid by the buyer, I think that would send a bit of a heart attack across the housing system and certainly not encourage transaction levels, which is what Boris is trying to do, from cutting stamp duty. So I think it's unlikely that it will be pushed to the seller, but we might just see some changes in the rates that are paid. Well, a lighter subject. We posted a blog on our website. Do go and have a look at it. It's not one that we've written. It's been written by the Your Dog Advisor, and they have produced 22 tips on how to have a stress-free move as possible for your dog. They look at before the move and on the day and then sort of soon after. And it's a really useful little guide with lots and lots of tips, looking at whether should you have your dog looked after or not. Some prefer to be their owners all the time. Might you want to keep it secure on the day of the move? And of course you will, but how can you obviously do that? And then looking when you're in your house, how to get them settled into their routine nice and quickly. So lots of tips there. Do head over to our website and follow the link to the Your Dog Advisor website if that's of interest to you. Well, this week it's local and live. It's a great musical festival that comes this time every year over the bank holiday in Tunbridge Wells. There'll be free musical events going on all over the place, so head down to Calvary Grounds and also the Forum, and you can enjoy what latest musical talents there are on offer there. There's lots of other else going on as well, eating and things to entertain the children, so a really good family event. And finally, to finish with 2 lovely properties that we've launched right in the heart of the town. The first one is a 3-bedroom end of terrace property on York Road, so just a few minutes walk from the town centre. It comes with a coveted off-road parking space and is presented in beautiful order with a little south-facing courtyard garden. That one is on offers in excess of £625,000. And then we also have a beautiful 3-bedroom apartment on Beulah Road, so also just a few minutes walk from the town, the Camden Road end. Also got off-road parking, also got a garden, and also presented in beautiful order. And that one is on a guide price of £500,000. If either those of interest, do get in touch. We hope you've enjoyed the vlog and look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.